Good morning, church. Welcome to worship. I am here in my front yard in the snow, the first snow of the season. Many of you know when I moved here, I've been here now 2.5 years, so this is my third winter with the snow. I'm really excited about it because I moved from Texas where we don't get a lot of winter. We don't get a lot of ice or snow or anything like that. As a matter of fact, here are some pictures of Alpine, Texas, where I lived before I came here. So this is what the scenery looked like. You can see the cactuses. This is the sky with clouds around some of the mountains. This is Jonah. This is where he would run down this road. This is outside some of our favorite places in town. This is the bookstore that Brian loved and we went to often. This is kind of an aerial view of the whole town of Alpine. And this is Big Bend National Park. The Rio Grande is right underneath those mountains. This is Andrew and Rachel, our favorite coffee shop in town. Andrew's actually from Indiana, by the way. This is the orphanage that we supported in Mexico. This is the Texas sky because it's beautiful and you can't beat it. And so this is where Alpine is, right down there tucked into the corner of Texas. Now, moving from Alpine to Indianapolis, for me was a big deal. I've never lived anywhere but Texas. And I didn't know a lot about the city, about the culture. I had to learn about snow and I had to learn about basketball. I had to learn about all the Midwest Indiana kind of things. I actually even had to learn where Indiana was, if you want to know the truth. So it was a big deal. But when God told me to come, I knew I had to come. Now, I had all kinds of doubts. Like, would you guys like me? Would I like Indiana? Would you make fun of how I talked? Would I be a good fit for the church? Did I want to move my family all the way across the country? I had so many doubts. But in those doubts, I understood that there was something greater than that. There was a God who called me and was telling me to come. So I used those doubts to learn to trust God in the process. I used those doubts to learn to trust God in knowing what was best for me. Kids, I know you have doubts a lot of times. Sometimes following God gives us doubts. Like we doubt if people are going to like us, or maybe we doubt if we're doing, the right thing. But we need to use those doubts to understand and to grow our trust in a God who loves us and has a plan and a purpose for us all. So close your eyes and bow your heads and repeat after me. Dear Jesus, thank you for loving me. Help me to use my doubts this week to trust you more. Amen. Y'all have a great week.